Edward is the same color as Thomas and the same size as James. He can pull coaches and push freight cars. And he often works as a back engine. But Edward is old and not as strong as the other engines. So sometimes Edward feels left out. The Duke and Duchess of Boxford came to visit their new summer house. They came on their own private engine called Spencer. Spencer is big and silver and very fast. When Spencer pulled into Knapford, his driver had exciting news for him. "You have beaten Gordon's record," he said. "Of course," boasted Spencer. "I'm faster and finer than all the engines on Sodor put together." Sir Topham Hatt's engines were very cross. "Spencer's just a big silver show-off," sniffed Gordon, and everyone agreed. Sir Topham Hatt spoke to the engines. "Spencer will take the Duke and Duchess to their summer house. Another engine will take their furniture." Sir Topham Hatt's engine saw the chance for a race. "Please, sir," said Thomas, Percy, Gordon, and James all together. "May I go?" "You all have other work to do," boomed Sir Topham Hatt. "Edward will take the furniture." James and Gordon groaned. "Fancy sending a back engine to do an express engine's job," sniffed Gordon. "He'll lose the race and let the whole railway down," said James. Thomas and Percy were cross. Edward was their friend. "Spencer has a bigger boiler," said Thomas, "but that just means more hot air." "An honest steamy can beat a pouty puffer any day," added Percy. Edward set off, slow and steady. "We'll do my best, we'll do my best," he puffed. Spencer set off and quickly passed Edward. "I've won already," he boasted. And with a whoosh, he was gone. Edward came to the bottom of a steep hill. The freight was heavy and he felt very tired. He huffed and he puffed and was soon at the top. He could see Spencer in the distance and chased him at once. Edward raced down the hill. Spencer stopped at Wellsworth Station. The Duke and Duchess wanted to buy some tea and cakes from the refreshment lady. Edward teetered into view. "Hurry, old boy," laughed Spencer. "Can't have you finishing too far behind me." Edward wished he could have a rest too, but the station master and the porters had heard about the race. "Hooray for Edward!" they cheered. Edward picked up steam and proudly puffed past Spencer. But then the Duke and Duchess finished their tea, and Spencer was off in a flash. He roared past Edward. Fastest and best, he boasted. Edward was nearly out of puff. The furniture felt heavier than ever. Up ahead, Spencer had to stop. The Duke wanted to take some photographs of the countryside. The Duke set up his camera. Spencer closed his eyes. "Nothing to worry about," he said lazily. Gordon Gordon was returning to Brendam Docks. He passed Spencer and knew Edward must be losing the race. "Edward is a waste of steam," he sniffed. But when Gordon passed Edward and saw how hard he was trying, he felt bad about what he had said. "Well done, Edward," he called. "You are a credit to the railway." Edward was so happy his boiler tingled. He found puff he never knew he had. The Duke and Duchess had finished taking photographs and were back on board. "Time to go," said Spencer's driver and rang the bell. But nothing happened. Spencer was dreaming of victory. He didn't hear the bell. And he didn't hear Edward puffing past him. Spencer's driver rang the bell again. When Spencer finally opened his eyes, he could see Edward heading towards the summer house. Nearly there, he gasped. Spencer took off as fast as he could. But as he reached the siding, his driver ordered him to slow down. "These are old tracks and you are a very heavy engine," he said. "You must go slowly." Spencer had no choice. He had to slow down. And he trundled slowly down the siding. With every click and every clack, he knew he had lost the race. Edward puffed toward the summer house. "I've won," he gasped. "I did it!" Edward felt like a really useful engine. "Hooray! I've won!" he cheered loudly. Edward felt like the pride of the Sodor Railway, and he was right.
Hop on board and explore the island of Sodor with everyone's #1 friend, Thomas the Tank Engine. You'll join in on the excitement and adventure with all of Thomas's friends. There's the cheerful but sometimes accident-prone Percy, the proud and strong Gordon, James with his splendid red coat, the long and fast Henry, the always helpful Bertie, everyone's new friend Emily, and Sir Topham Hatt, the superintendent of the railway, who makes sure everything keeps running right on time. Each release in this award-winning collection contains stories that teach the valuable life lessons of friendship and working together, and the importance of trust and honesty.
Thank you for looking after my passengers. I do like company, especially children's company.
And now, little engineers have an express ticket to trainloads of interactive fun, now available on DVD. Join your railway friends as they take you to island destinations such as the Fun and Games Shed, Sing-Along Station, Read-Along Depot, and the Character Gallery, where you'll meet each engine up close and personal. Each Thomas the Tank Engine release is engineered for fun. The journey starts here, so climb aboard for all of these Thomas and Friends adventures today.
Hello, I'm Thomas, and I'd like to welcome you to the island of Sodor. I hope your journey here was a pleasant one. Mine sure was. My friends and I have been so excited to know you were coming, and we are all ready to show you why it's great to be an engine. You can play all stories on It's Great to Be an Engine, or you can go directly to the Fun and Games Quarry, where Cranky can lead you to game adventures. Or, if you'd like, you could express yourself directly to the story of your choice.